Hi everyone, you welcome to my Java course for beginners to experts. In today's video lecture, we are going to learn data types in Java. So let's start. Data types in Java. Data types classify the different values to be stored in the variable. In Java, there are two types of data types. Number one, primitive data types. Number two, non-primitive data types. So basically data types define which type is data is, whether it is an integer type, it is a float type, it is a character type, or it is a boolean type. So based on these there are two types data, primitive data types or non-primitive data types. So here is a whole chart to define a data type. So data type data type categorized in two two form. This data type divided in two. One is primitive, and second one is non-primitive. Primitive again classify into the boolean type and numeric. Boolean, there is an only single data type which is boolean, but numeric also classified in two way. Number one, character. In under character, data type is character type. In integral, there are two types, integer type and floating point. Again, within an integer, there are four types of data type: byte, short, int, and long. And in floating type, float and double. There are two types data types in floating point. And in the non-primitive types, string, array, object, etc. So these is these all are the data types in Java. So now we will discuss first primitive data type. So there are 8 primitive types: byte, short, int, long, char, float, double, and boolean. So these all are comes under the primitive data types. So first we will discuss about the integer data type. Within an integer data type, four data types comes, which is first one is byte, second one is short, then int, then long. So these four comes under the integer data types. Byte hold a 1 byte memory. Byte hold 1 byte memory. Short hold 2 bytes memory. Int hold 4 bytes memory, and long takes 8 bytes of memory. Now the floating data types. Floating data types divided into two parts. One is float. Float take 4 bytes of memory, and second one is double. Double take 8 bytes of memory. Next one is textual data types. In the textual data types, only one data type comes, which is char. Char takes 2 bytes of memory. Next one is logical data types. Under the logical data types, boolean data types comes which take 1 byte of memory, and the default value for the boolean is true or false. Default value and default size for data types. So this is a chart. Here you can see the default value for byte is 0. and it take 1 byte of memory. Default value of short is 0. Default value of int is also 0. Default value of long is also 0 with suffix l. Default value of float is 0.0 with suffix f, and the default value of double is 0.0 but suffix is d. Default value for boolean is false, and the default value for char data types is slash u and 4 times 0. So these all are the default value for each data type. So thank you for watching this video lecture. I hope you learned the data types and what is the data type, how memory each data type takes, and which type data we define under which data type. So thank you for watching this video lecture. Watch next video lecture for learning new things in Java. Thank you.